Hi, this is Blonde, and I'm going to start producing short form content on TikTok like this because I've been dealing with a lot lately in terms of production elements, trying to make the full scope videos, and I figured to myself, if I keep going at this rate, then I won't have any content or perspectives to give to the people who have supported me so far. So I don't want to let you guys down. I want to do what I have to do. So what I'm going to talk about today is this idea of, I want to talk about the one drop rule and this idea of white supremacy, white supremacist constructs, and American exceptionalism. Now, I have been censored and, silenced about this topic before, but I want to very much express that the one drop rule very much is a tradition of white supremacy. It is not a unifying concept or construct whatsoever. It is a way to control darker people in terms of who their identity represents and who has power in that space. What do I mean by this? Well, how do I explain it? When you are in possession of a space, right? When you, let's just say, let's talk about it in terms of defining yourself. When you define yourself, you are defining your space. You are defining your identity. You are setting the rules and the limits and the boundaries on what that experience is and what it looks like. The Black experience for the longest time has been an experience that has been centered around and defined by darker Black people. That is until the introduction of the one drop rule, which then gave the pass for people with distant traces or maybe like a drop of Black ancestry from decades ago to gain access and power in the Black identity by saying, hey, I have a Black relative. Hey, I'm one drop of Black, so I'm just as equally Black and fully Black as a fully Black darker person. Now, the reason why this is so problematic is because when people who don't, how do I explain it? When you are not fully embodying a experience, yet you have equal authority to that experience as someone who is fully embodying that experience, it brings up so many problems in terms of how the experience is defined, what is being represented of that experience, and who that space now belongs to. When people who do not embody a Black experience come into Black spaces and try to police or dictate to actual darker Black people what a Black experience looks like, it is so problematic. It is very, very problematic. I try to tell people how serious this issue is, how serious this issue of white supremacy, this tradition of white supremacy is, but it doesn't really seem to click to people until you explain it in the sense that white supremacy is so bad that white people have more say and authority and legitimacy on what it means to be Black than an actual Black person. White people are defining our identity using their constructs, and Black people who fight back against the one drop rule or say that we don't come in all shades, they very much are being silenced and told that they're not allowed to set the parameters of their own identity. So I'm scared to say this on TikTok. Usually I say it somewhere else, but I'm being censored all around anyway. And yeah, I just want to put it out there. There are Black people who are very concerned about the amount of influence and access that non-Black people have to Black spaces, to where they are becoming the face of what it means to be Black and actually erasing real Black people to the point where real Black people actually have to fight in their own identity just to be seen and just to be recognized for the experience they have, which is an experience in which they walk through the world with a darker skin tone. Thank you for listening, and I might come back either tomorrow or I'm going to just start posting like I usually do on a different website because I can post every day if I need to. Thank you.